We are back. Normally I throw a baby in there, but I'm trying to class it up a little bit for this series. So, Walkabout, low point for me personally. I've already heard from people who love Walkabout. Cool. Glad you do. All of our tastes are going to be subjective, right? That's just, it's art. What are you going to do? But today we are on to the 11th film of the Criterion Collection, The Seventh Seal by Ingmar Bergman, a Swedish film from 1957. If Walkabout was an art house film done wrong, this is an art house film done right. The cinematography is excellent. The characters are interesting and engaging, and you could probably, if you were of a mind to dissect and peel away layers of this movie for meaning for a long time. I am sure there are people who have written novellas just analyzing this film for fair. I mean, it's fair. There's a lot here. But in terms of the average moviegoer, what have we got? Well, it is a foreign film. It is my first Swedish film. I knew of this film. And you probably have heard of this film if you haven't seen it. It's the film where a guy plays chess with death for his life. We all know that. It's probably one of the earliest representations in public media. I haven't researched this, so I'm trying to couch it, of death being portrayed as, a pale figure wearing a black cloak and a scythe in one scene. I don't think it's necessarily the first version of that that's ever been seen, but it's certainly one of the first mainstream appearances of that archetype, I think. I don't know. Go do your own research. What was interesting to me, though, is I knew that was the movie, but I didn't realize how little of the movie that actually pertains to. For a start, they don't sit down and play a chess game all at once. They play their chess game over the series of like a week, in small increments. Second, we barely pay attention when they're playing chess. We learn a little bit, but you don't have to know chess to know what they're doing. Because it is not an in-depth look at this chess game. The chess is just an excuse to give them an opportunity to talk about philosophy and life and death and religion. Our main character is a crusader who might be losing his infatuation with his mission, and he's on his way home. His squire is an extremely cynical man and probably the most fun character in the whole piece. They meet an acting troupe who travels along with them for a while. The knight basically tells Death, I just want to play because then I can live a little longer and maybe accomplish another thing or two. And then if I lose, I die. But if I win, I live. But either way, I get some more time. And I mean, a lot of this film is exploring what peasant life was like during the Black Death. The film goes by very quickly, and there's not a lot of drama necessarily to the story, rather than kind of like Omnicord, a snapshot of a time and place. But I find the focus on a smaller set of characters, and the characters are very compelling. I liked the characters a lot. I haven't finished chewing on the philosophy of this film yet, which is why we're not discussing its deeper implications. But it is an all-time great film, and I think it's worth watching. Again, if you do foreign films, I think this one should go on your list. It's definitely worth a watch. Very excellently done. Next is kind of just a little treat for me because it's a movie I've seen before and it's a movie I like a lot. Uh, and when I saw that this movie, the next one, was on the Criterion Collection, that's when I realized I could probably do this. I could watch through the Criterion Collection and be exposed to a whole bunch of stuff that I've never seen before, because if they're willing to put this next movie on their list, then I trust them. I trust that it'll be an interesting experience, even if not every film is to my liking. It'll be a fun ride. Because the 12th movie, the one we'll talk about next, is from 1984. It's an American film directed by Rob Reiner. This is Spinal Tap. So I guess I'll see you guys next time.